Welcome to Moments in the Word. I'm James Tyler, your host. And this afternoon we'll be reading from Jeremiah chapter number 39, verses 10 through 12. But Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, left of the poor of the people, which had nothing in the land of Judah, and gave them vineyards and fields at the same time. Now Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, gave charge concerning Jeremiah to Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, saying, Take him and look well to him, and do him no harm, but do unto him even as he shall say unto thee. As we turn and we look at the context of this text here and how we can apply it to our lives, here we see three key movements being described here. For one, the poor are left in the land and given vineyards and fields. Jeremiah is found in the court of the prison. Nebuchadnezzar commands that Jeremiah be protected, cared for, and honored. This is a movement of reversal. Judgment is falling, but God is lifting his servant. And so as we look at this, we see let's lift this into the light of Christ, how this points to Christ. The poor of the land, Jesus' chosen people. Nebuzaradan leaves the poor behind and gives them vineyards and fields. This is a prophetic picture of the kingdom of God. Jesus himself said, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. The poor receive what the powerful lost. The humble inherit what the proud forfeited. Here also we see that in Jeremiah 39, the poor receive land. In Jesus, the poor in spirit receive the kingdom. This is the upside down kingdom Jesus preached. So as we look even further into this, we see Jeremiah is spared while the city collapses. Jesus is raised while the world's sin collapses on him. Jeremiah here is protected, honored, lifted up, delivered from prison. Jesus is vindicated, exalted, raised from the dead, seated at the right hand of God. Jeremiah's rescue is a shadow. Jesus' resurrection is the substance. When we look even further into it, Nebuchadnezzar, an unbelieving king, recognizes Jeremiah's value. This foreshadows every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Even those who don't know God are compelled to honor the one God has chosen. Jeremiah is honored by a king. Jesus is honored by every king. We look even further here and see that Jeremiah is entrusted to a commander. Jesus is entrusted to the Father. Nebuchadnezzar says, Take him, look well to him, and do him no harm. This mirrors the Father's care for Jesus. This is my beloved Son. I will not leave his soul to Sheol. Sit at my right hand. Jeremiah is protected by a king's command. Jesus is protected by the Father's decree here. And when we look even further how it applies to our lives, we see that the poor receive what the powerful lost. This teaches us that God resists the proud. God gives grace to the humble. God entrusts his blessings to those who depend on him. If you stay low, God will lift you. If you stay surrendered, God will supply you. The application here is this. Ask God to keep your heart poor in spirit so he can trust you with his vineyards. God can bless you in the middle of judgment. While Jerusalem is burning, the poor are receiving land. This means your circumstances don't limit God. God can promote you in a season of decline. God can open doors while others are closing. God can prosper you in the middle of a famine. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. God can bless you right where you are. When we look even further into it, Jeremiah is found, recognized, protected, and elevated, not because he fought for himself, but because he obeyed God. You don't have to fight for your own name. God will put your name in the right mouths. God will raise you up at the right time. All we have to do is wait on him. He will renew our strength. Jeremiah's deliverance comes through a pagan king, a Babylonian commander, and also God shows us he's not limited to Christians, church people, familiar sources. God can use bosses, government officials, outsiders, even your enemies. The application here is this: don't limit how God can help you. Expect him to move through unexpected people. Jeremiah was still in the court of the prison when the command for his deliverance was issued. This means God is planning your rescue before you see it. Your situation is not your destiny. Your prison is temporary. Your obedience is not wasted. Hold on. Your release order may already be written. And the takeaway here is this: it shows us a God who lifts the humble, protects his servant, honors obedience, reverses judgment, uses unlikely people, works behind the scenes, delivers at the right time, and it points us to Jesus, the one who we see gives the kingdom to the poor in spirit, was persevered through death, is honored by all nations, and is protected and exalted by the Father. And it causes us to stay humble, as said before, stay obedient, stay faithful, stay expectant, because God is already working on your behalf. I'm James Tyler, coming to you live from the Castle Studios, and welcome again to Moments in the Word. God bless.